Have you ever checked your bank balance and felt that little drop in your stomach? That moment where everything just stops. You scroll through the numbers and think, where did it all go? You didn't buy anything crazy. You didn't go on a shopping spree. You didn't do anything that felt reckless. And yet somehow the money is just gone. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know something important right now. You are not bad with money. You are not irresponsible. You are not hopeless. You are simply missing one thing: awareness. And today I'm going to give you the simplest, most realistic method to finally see where your money actually goes. No spreadsheets, no complicated apps, no becoming some kind of budgeting robot who tracks every single penny. Just a simple 10-minute habit that will genuinely change the way you think about money. Let's get into it. Here's something that surprises almost everyone when they first hear it. Your money is probably not disappearing in big, obvious chunks. It's not one huge purchase wrecking your bank balance. It's something much quieter, much harder to see. It's leaking, tiny, forgettable, everyday moments that feel too small to matter. But together they add up to something enormous. Think about the last week: a coffee on the way to work, a snack because you were bored, a delivery because you were tired and couldn't face cooking, a random item that popped up online and just looked too good to skip. None of those moments felt significant in the moment, but here's the truth: those small, invisible purchases are the silent killers of your bank balance. And the reason they're so dangerous isn't because they're expensive, it's because they're forgettable. You don't remember them, you don't add them up, and so they keep happening week after week, completely unchecked. That is what's draining your money. Not one big mistake, 100 tiny ones you never even noticed. So how do you fix it? You don't need a financial advisor. You don't need a complicated system. You just need 10 minutes. Here's exactly what to do. Open your bank app right now if you can. Scroll back through your last 7 days of transactions. Every single purchase you made in the last week. Now, as you scroll, sort every purchase into one of 4 simple categories. Category 1, food and eating out. This includes groceries, restaurants, takeaways, coffee, snacks, delivery apps, anything food related. Category 2, transport and daily living. This covers fuel, public transport, parking, subscriptions to services you use daily, phone bills, household basics. Category 3, subscriptions and bills. This is anything that comes automatically. Streaming services, gym memberships, apps, software, insurance, things you might not even remember signing up for. Category 4, random and impulse purchases. This is everything else. Stuff that doesn't fit neatly anywhere. The things you bought quickly without much thought and probably haven't thought about since. That's the whole system. 4 buckets, 1 week of spending 10 minutes of your time. Now here is the moment that changes everything. Once you've sorted your purchases, add up each category. Just rough numbers are fine. You don't need to be precise to the penny. And then look at those totals, because this is the moment, without exception, that every single person has the same reaction: shock. Not panic, not shame, just genuine, eye-opening shock. I spent how much on food this week? Wait, I'm still paying for that. That subscription has been running for 8 months. This moment of realization is not comfortable, but it is incredibly powerful, because here's what's happening inside your brain when you see those numbers for the first time. Your brain is making connections it has never made before. It is linking the tap of your card to a real visible number. And once that connection exists, it never goes away. You cannot unsee what you've just seen. And that is where real change begins. Not from restriction, not from discipline, not from willpower, from simply knowing what is actually happening. Now, I want to address something that puts a lot of people off tracking their money. They think it has to be an all or nothing commitment. They imagine they have to log every transaction, every day, forever, or it's not worth doing. That is completely wrong. You don't need to track obsessively to see results. You just need to track consistently enough to learn your own patterns. And that means one simple habit: the 10-minute weekly scan. Once a week, not once a day, not after every purchase, just once a week. You open your bank app, you scroll through your spending, and you check in with your 4 categories. That's it. What this does, over time is quietly rebuild the way you make decisions in the moment. You'll find yourself pausing before you tap, asking yourself, do I actually want this? Or am I just tired, bored, or stressed? You'll catch patterns before they become problems. You'll notice when a category is creeping up before it's already too late. And none of that requires restriction or sacrifice. It just requires the habit of looking. The final piece of this method is what I call the weekly reflection. At the end of each week, after you've done your scan, sit with your 4 categories for just a moment and ask yourself 3 questions. Question 1, which category surprised me the most this week? Question 2, where did money slip away without me really noticing? Question 3, what is one small change I could make next week? Just one change, not 10. Not a complete overhaul of your lifestyle. One thing, maybe it's committing to cooking at home on 2 extra evenings, maybe it's canceling a subscription you forgot you had, maybe it's making a coffee at home instead of buying one on the way in. Small, realistic, completely manageable. Because here's the truth about building better money habits. It doesn't happen from one big dramatic decision. It happens from small adjustments made consistently over time. And those small adjustments, compounded week after week, create the kind of transformation that actually lasts. So let's bring this all together. Your money isn't disappearing because you're reckless. It's disappearing because small leaks left unnoticed quietly drain everything. The fix isn't a budget overhaul or a strict spending freeze. The fix is awareness. A simple 10-minute habit once a week using 4 categories and one honest question. What can I do differently next week? Do this consistently, and within a month you will feel different. Not just about your finances, but about yourself. Because there is something genuinely powerful about understanding where your money goes. It gives you clarity, it gives you control, and it gives you the confidence to actually start building the life you want. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. If this helped you, hit subscribe, because every week I'm sharing simple, realistic ways to go from broke to better. And trust me, you're closer than you think.